Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chum, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbor's drum, put it up a pum, boy, I bump. In that Billy Strong, he ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump, cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump where it ain't not fun.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the reigning Super Bowl champs. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer. And your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
First and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. What a dive. I think he caught it. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal.
Where's that? Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 6 yards from there. It's going to be second and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Where's that?
They'll hand it to him again. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans start off well to tie things 7-7. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another carry for him. This is ahead for about 5. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And what a play! He gets there to lay a massive hit and stop him after that catch. It's going to be 4th down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That just misses the 50 mark. Gets a 49-yard punt. And it's going to be Texans football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's trying another one deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's second down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. It is Cup, left side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. The rookie from Florida in on that stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Allen gonna throw again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans break the tie here in the first. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand down to the back. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. He'll throw it. He's going to push one. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
First down from the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the set. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Looking to the air here. Drop. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself. You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Regular. Look out.
Now Allen off the play action. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Motioning the tight end left.
Look out.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down throw for Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Regular. What's that?
Working from the gun, it's Allen. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
What's that?
To throw again, it's Allen. Setting up the screen. He's got it in the red zone. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
What's that?
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1.
What's that?
Handoff now from the gun. Will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans drive their lead to 11. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Throwing now on 1st down. And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Option design here. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Houston calls it second timeout.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
What's that?
On 1st down, Allen. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here.
What's that?
From the red zone now. Has it down close. And in for the Houston touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans push their lead to 18. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Dolphins offense returning to the field a final time before the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready? Go! Bronco switch!
They'll try and throw it here. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. A final throw before the break. Has him on a quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We've reached halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan... And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Allen avoids some trouble there. But there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 19-yard line.
Another try following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cameron Curl has it. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of... Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. On the move, headed right. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Lays out, what a catch!
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee it. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return coming here from the 12. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And taking a look at these highlights. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Caught, nice gain left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Half 85, half 85. What's that?
Play action now with Allen. He rolls to his right. Caught by the open man. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, he loses the football. And the Dolphins got it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Here's a give, fullback headed up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. From their own end zone, and he gets it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
What is that?
It's Allen out of the pistol. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down.
What's that?
Here's a handoff up the gut. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
What's that?
Allen setting up play action. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
It's good, not by much, but it's indeed good, bottom left. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up. Looking for a throw here. We've got a screen to the running back. Juke the defender. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Here we go.
Only 1 quarter left.
With the score.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw now. Has it downfield, working the left. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd down, looking for options. He brings it in. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it an 11-point ball game. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Has it at the 11. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They give it to him again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Allen going to the air. Called in by Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Miami offense headed out there now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the set. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Texans will take over just outside the red zone at the 21. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun here. That one complete to Hopkins. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go, set. Bring it. Go.
Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Motioning left is their running back. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let go.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.